for asylum seekers drawing criticism. Now the News 4 I-team has uncovered a more immediate problem facing the city and the migrants who have overwhelmed the shelter system. Many of the babies in the system aren't getting enough to eat. The I-team's Melissa Russo has the story.
It's dinner time at the Queen's Travel Lodge, and this baby boy has already finished his bottle of milk. He wants more milk. He's still hungry, but his mother says at this shelter there are no refills.
My children are in dire need.
She cries, telling us the food situation here has pushed her to the brink of desperation. They serve small meals, but no baby food, no formula, and just 1 8-ounce container of milk per baby per day, unless the milk is expiring. Then she says they get extra.
The food is very restricted.
Residents here shared a video showing how they're forced to sign for every milk or juice they consume. And when she asked for more, this mom says a shelter employee dictated the following answer into her phone so it could be translated into Spanish. We already gave you milk or food because the children eat at their school. I only follow orders, so don't bother me anymore. The I-team interviewed multiple families at other hotels with similar stories at the Super 8 in Brooklyn and in Midtown, where a pregnant woman worries her unborn baby girl isn't getting enough nutrients because dinner at her shelter is just 230 calories.
On a daily basis, we see about 75 families that they come with the babies that they don't have no milk.
At food pantries throughout the city, demand is high and supplies are low.
When we give them milk and they drink it in front of us, the baby, the face changes. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that the shelters in our city they're not providing the essentials for the kids.
We watched as baby Jimena Mendoza downed milk after milk outside a Manhattan pantry. Her big sister says the baby needs milk and formula and has been throwing up the shelter food because she's not used to it. Their father says after a difficult trek from Venezuela, getting to a place like New York and struggling for food is hard. Maria Plaza says while they could definitely use more food, she thinks the city is helping migrants a lot, and she's grateful for a place to sleep and the free food they do receive. Pedro Rodriguez runs a network of food pantries that helped feed New Yorkers during the pandemic. He says part of the problem is the food is not what these families are used to eating, but he also says it's just not enough.
Have food for the children, and these big kids are getting hungrier. Okay, so we are scampering everywhere. These babies, we're talking about real babies that they need food.
From the very beginning of the migrant influx, we've been asking City Hall about the food supply.
We're providing them with food. I mean, this city is so humane.
While most homeless families from New York receive food stamps or welfare, the migrants don't, and they can't work, so they have no power to supplement what the shelters provide. In a statement, the City Department of Social Services said they're working around the clock to serve the thousands of recently arrived asylum seekers. The statement did not address our specific questions about the food supply, nor whether they're aware of any hungry babies in their care. It says, we ensure that all shelters serving families with children are receiving adequate and appropriate food provisions for all infants on site. The mom of this little boy suggests Mayor Eric Adams pay a visit with inspectors, adding that her only other wish is for the federal government to give migrants the opportunity to work so that she could provide for her own children and not ask for help. Melissa Russo, News 4, New York.
I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect. And much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariel coming at you with another lesson here. And yeah, you see it, man. I'm going to start off with this. It's Isaiah 30. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, man. Okay, so they came from what did they say, Venezuela? I forgot where they said they came from, to be honest with you. But that's, the northern kingdoms, they always, that come from other countries feel like this is the place to be. They feel like, in America, they can make it, man. And then when they come over here, they fastly and quickly find out that it's not all cracked up to what they thought it would be, man. Okay? America don't, the American government, for the most part, don't want y'all over here, man. Okay? Usually, when you're wanted, when you're coming from another place and you go somewhere else and you're wanted, right? You're treated with what? Hospitality, man. The people will make sure that you're good, that you and your family has everything that you need, right? Especially that if they know that you're in need and you really don't have much, okay? But now they come over here and the government was like, yo, you're gonna just accept what we give you and that's it. You don't have no say in the matter or anything, man. They giving the babies 1 carton of milk a day, man. And the baby, is throwing up the food. Why? Because the food that they giving them is full of chemicals, man, and GMOs, right? And in them other countries, man, they don't really eat that stuff, that crap over there, man. They'll eat natural foods, man. They'll eat from the earth, okay? But over here, all the food is filled with all of these chemicals, man, okay? And that's why them babies is throwing that shit up, man, because it's not food, okay? Now, when Ukraine was going through what they was going through, right? And their immigrants came over here, you didn't hear nothing about they wasn't getting any food, right? Their babies were starving. You didn't hear nothing like that. Why? Because the wicked take care of their own, man. All right? And that's just what it is. You didn't hear anything about that, man. They were well taken care of, man. And they not even giving, these people any food stamps, man. And they can't even get jobs right now, right? Because they're not quote unquote legal citizens, man. So they can't get jobs. They're not allowing them to get food stamps so they can get extra food for their families, right? They just at their mercy right now, man. And whatever they get is what they get, But woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help, man. Okay? Because they come over here and they think that they're going to live a better life and they're going to chase after the American dream, man. When the American dream is nothing more than a nightmare, man. Okay? And I'm going to read Isaiah 30 again, 1-3 in the New Translation. And it says, woe to the obstinate children, declares the Lord, to those who carry out plans that are not of mine, forming an alliance, but not by my spirit, heaping sin upon sin, who go down to Egypt without consulting me, who look for help to Pharaoh's protection, to Egypt's shade for refuge. But Pharaoh's protection will be to your shame. Egypt's shade will bring you disgrace. Okay? So they came over here for protection and help. Okay? And now they living disgracefully, man. Okay? Not knowing, if they're going to be able to eat enough, the next day, man. I heard in that little clip that, their meals are like 230 calories a clip, man. What's that? That's six, if they getting 3 meals, they getting 3 hots in a cot. That's 690 calories, man. I mean, who's going to be able to, live off of that, man? That's not going to sustain the body, man. Okay? But this is just how wicked Esau is. And this is how wicked, not wicked, but this is how Esau shows his wickedness, by showing that he don't give a damn about us, man. This is just another account of Esau showing how little he cares for Israelites, man. For Israelite families, for Israelite men, women, and children, man. But yet a bulk of you out there want this man to be saved. They want this man to have salvation. It's ridiculous, man. Let me go to Isaiah 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, man. Okay, and a lot of these northern kingdoms, you know, they have a zeal of the Heavenly Father, man, but not according to knowledge. Why? Because they dibble and dabble in them idols, man. Okay? And at the end of the day, they're not really showing trust by fleeing to America to get help, man. Okay? They're not trusting in the Lord. What are they doing? They trusting in man. That's basically what they're doing, man. Okay? And it's to their own detriment, man, to their own downfall, man. As you see, you know, they probably stuck up in some dirty ass shelter, man. You know? Let me get Psalms 118. I'm gonna read 8 and 9. And it says, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes, man. Okay? But a lot of these Israelites, you know, in the northern kingdom and southern, don't trust in the Lord, man. They trust in man. They trust in man to help them out of the situations that fall upon them, man. You know? And if they are calling to a Lord, they calling to a false God, man. You know, praying to them idols, man. You know, they don't even know the name of the Heavenly Father, man, so they can't call on him anyway. Okay? But they trust in man to help them, man. And because they trust in man, this is what they get, man. Okay? Little frozen GMO meals, man. You know? With week old milk, you know? You know, milk that's expired like a week old, man. That shit probably, because you ain't see no date on it. You know? So that milk probably old. You know, they're not getting any nutritious meals or anything like that, man. And this is what happens, man, when you come from another country, especially, you know, if you're an Israelite, you come from one of them countries where Israelites are, and you come over here to Babylon the Great. Expect this treatment, man, to come to you and yours, man. Okay? The enemy does not love you, man. And who's the enemy? The enemy is Esau Edom, man. All right? Gave you a fake eggs and a frozen pancake, man. Crazy. Let me get Sirach 13. Sirach 13, and I'm gonna read on down real quick. And it says, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. Okay? That just goes to show this man don't love you. He love his own, and for the most part, he don't even love his own. He don't even love himself, man. Okay? But he definitely don't love you. Why? Because he looks down on you. He looks at you like, yo, you not me. You're below me, and I'm above you. You're not equal to me. Okay? You are beneath me. And this is how this man looks at Israelites. This is why he treats Israelites this way. You know, talking to you so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, man. Okay? All flesh consorteth according to the kind, or according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. Okay, and it says a man will cleave to his like, just like us in his truth. We cleave to people that have the same mindset as us, you know? That's what we cleave to, man. We don't cleave to people in the world, man. Okay? You know, Esau, Edom is the same way, man. And a lot of these other nations are the same way. They cleave to their own, man. You know? And it says, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, man. Okay? And them people down there, they crying for help, man. Okay? But you got the rich man talking about, we're helping them, Mayor Adams. We're helping them. We're doing everything we can. This is a loving city, right? Now everybody's listening to that bullshit, but meanwhile, we seeing that them words don't ring true, man. Okay? Because them people down there crying for help, man. And what is falling on deaf ears, man? Nobody want to hear it, man. People have the mentality like, you better be glad that you getting what you getting, man. Okay? And it's another representation of how love is waxing colder and colder out here, man. Because at the end of the day, all we seeing is people don't give a fuck about each other, man. You know? And for the most part, people don't care about themselves as well, man. That love is waxing cold, man. If you could sit up there and watch a baby starve, you know, and it not bother you, and you feel like you ain't trying to do nothing about it, man, that's love waxing cold right there, man. You know? But it's gonna get worse, you know? Some of them people may end up having to eat their own babies, man, for the lack of bread, man, because that day is coming, man. Them times is coming upon us, man. You know, that's what I was thinking about when I was watching that. Damn, how many of them babies is gonna be eaten, man? You know what I'm saying? If they getting that little bit of food now, what's gonna happen, you know, down the line, man? In like 3 or 4 or 5 months, man, when it really pops off, you know? Let me get Psalms. Go back to Psalms. I think I want 10, 1 and 3, Salakia. And it says, why standeth thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Okay, and they are. Because the way that they leave Israelites destitute like that, the same thing is going to happen to them, man. It's going to come right back upon their own heads. And these are the things that they're going to have to deal with, man. Okay? And you know, Esau is not resilient like we are, man. Okay? So it's going to be 10 times as harder for him than it is for us. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth, man. Okay? But that, you know, that recompense is about to come back on his own head, man. You know? Can't wait to see it, man. Let me get Sirach. I want Sirach in 2 and 17 and 18 real quick. And it says, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Okay? So we know in this truth, we're not going to trust in man. We're not going to run to man when times get tough. Okay? We're going to humble ourselves and we're going to pray to the Lord and have belief that the Heavenly Father is going to guide us and protect us and take care of us, man. Okay? Why? Because, you know, we fear the Lord, man. And it says right here, fearing the Lord prepares your heart, man. Okay? They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, their minds, and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of man. Okay? Because we know that he's going to have mercy upon us, man, if we do so. Okay? And if you don't, then you're going to get what you're going to get, man. And this is what these people is getting right now, man. You know, a lot of these northern kingdoms, they pray to these idols, these false gods and things like that, man. And that's why they be going through the hell that they be going through, man, over there in them lands that they live in. Okay? Now let me get this real quick, man. And it says, it's Exodus 20, it says, Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Okay, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, man. Okay? And I was watching what's that show, man? Narcos. I was watching Narcos the first season, because I never watched it. Okay? But I just, I started watching it, and I noticed that in a lot of, the Northern Kingdom, because it's based in Colombia. So a lot of the people in Colombia, they'll have like shrines in their house, man. Okay, with the and they'll have, the Caesar Borgia on their wall, man. And they'll have shrines in their houses with the candles and all that, in all of their houses, man. Praying on to false gods, man. And that's something that angers the Lord very much, man. That's a big part of the reason why the Heavenly Father put us away in the first place, man. Chasing after other gods, man. Okay, and that's heavy in the Northern Kingdom, man. Heavy. Okay? So I just wanted to go into this Wisdom of Solomon real quick, and that'll be the lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Basically, for the most part, you Northern Kingdoms got to snap out of that, man. Okay? Them false gods are not going to do anything for you, man. They can't see, they can't hear, they can't touch, they can't feel, they can't speak. Okay? Those gods are fake. Those are idols. Those are fake gods, fake idols, man, with no power. They have no power, man. They have no power to help you, no power to change your life. Okay? No power to make you rich. Okay? No power to heal you if you're sick or anything like that, man. Okay? Let me get Wisdom of Solomon, like I said, 14 real fast, and I'm gonna skip around. I'm gonna read 11 through 16, and it says, Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. And it says, I'm going to skip down to 20. And so the multitude, a Lord, by the grace of the work, took him now for a God, which a little before was but honored. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough of them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues call they peace, man. Okay? And that's what a lot of our people are in, a great war of ignorance, man. Okay? That's beautiful right there, man. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, man. Okay? These people don't have the knowledge of the Heavenly Father, nor the fear, man. Like I said earlier, they have a zeal of the Heavenly Father, but not according to knowledge, man. Romans 10:2. They don't. This is why they pray to these graven images, man. You know, expecting help, thinking good is going to come to them, man. Okay? But they're basically putting curses upon themselves, man. You know? So I'm not going to try to put it all on Esau, because it's on them as well. And then they come here to Egypt for help, and they get what they get, man. Okay? These people are dead people walking, man. All right? They're not awakened or anything like that. They really don't know what's going on. This is why they do what they do. Why? Because the Heavenly Father gave them over to a reprobate mind, man. And I'm going to read 27 on down, and that'll be the lesson. It says, for the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Howbeit, for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punish away always the offense of the ungodly, man. Okay? So these idols that they trust in are not helping them, okay? And the Heavenly Father led they led them right over here, okay? And this is why they're getting treated, man. All right? Why? Because they're not praising the true and living power, which is Yahweh, you know, and his only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, okay? And he's using his sword, Esau Edom, you know, to do the rest, man. And them people probably in there, you know, touching them kids and doing all types of madness to them people, man. Why? Because they have no power, man. Okay? There's nothing they can do. There's nowhere they can go. They stuck there, man. There's nothing they can say. They're stuck. So they have to deal with the conditions that they're in right now, man. And there's nothing they can do about it, man. Okay? You know, that's why you got to trust in the Lord, man. Put away them idols, man. Them idols are not going to help you. There's no power in them idols at all, man. You know? So like I said, I'm not going to just put that all on Edom. That's on them too, man. That's their actions as well that put them in that predicament, man, that they're in right now. You know? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say shalom to the next one.